Back before the pandemic started, the state of Tennessee called Dustin McPhetridge back into court wanting to revoke his probation and send him back to prison because he wasn't doing well in his sex offender class. And Dustin and his lawyer argued that he would improve, so the judge took pity on him and said, you know what, come back in 6 months, and if there's improvement, we'll drop the case and let you stay free. And if there's no improvement, then you're going to go back to prison. And due to the pandemic, it's been pushed back, and it's been pushed back. And that 6 months has turned into, it's going to be over 2.5 years. And I think his next court date is August 15th of 2022. If you're interested in the Dustin revocation hearing and you don't know much about it, check out the video. I'll link it in the description over on Baked Salmon's channel. He does a reading of the court documents on that, and it's quite interesting. However, a week ago, on the 22nd of April, Dustin sent a letter to the court and said that he deserved to get off probation. So in the middle of his probation revocation hearing, he's asking to get off probation, and he sent the court a very long letter, and I'll read that to you here. To the Honorable Judge Ronnie Greer, Your Honor, I am writing because this pending violation has continued for way too long. I am not the same man that appeared before you in court. I was on a powerful depression medication called Vraylar. Vraylar made me close to a zombie and extremely emotional and made it hard for me to walk and to get out of bed. I have been off this medication for more than a year. Thus, I have been clear-minded and willing to do anything asked of me from probation and from Teresa Fletcher. The combination of Vraylar and me falling and hitting my head on a table and breaking the table on June 18th, 2017. I have had CAT scans and MRIs and a 40-hour EEG to show there is damage. So I feel the hearing for violating my probation is not necessary. The reasoning for the violation is due to medical issues and medication that I could not control, regulate, or help. Your Honor, I ask that you please intervene on my behalf and give me relief or a release from supervised probation. I have been under supervised probation since November 6, 2014. Other than the violation in front of you in court, I have no issues with any law enforcement whatsoever, not even a speeding ticket in these 7+ years. I have even provided probation with a monthly log of every time I leave the house and what I do until I return to the house every month with the required paperwork that has to be sent to probation every month. Additionally, I send a log of every dollar I get and spend at where, also with the paperwork. I feel I am being more than transparent, clear, and honest with probation. Your Honor, I love how he spells honor. Your Honor, I would be willing and happy to sign any and all paperwork, legal document, or forms to be released from supervised probation. I will agree to which I, Dustin McPhetridge, will not commit any more sex crime, nor felony crime, for the rest of my life. If I commit any said crime, I will plead guilty and be held to life in prison without any release nor appeals. In exchange for the above statement, I receive release from supervised probation. Holy crap. Later you'll see that the lawyer says, this was pro se. I also have been restricted from internet use since my release. I understand that, yes, I use the internet to commit my crime, but I am not the same man now that I was when I appeared in front of you in court, and definitely not the same person I was in 2007. I fully admit I done wrong and committed a crime. I never argued that, and I truly am ashamed of what I done and said. I wish I could go back and fix the issues and my thinking back then. I have changed my thoughts and actions and how I do everything now since my release from prison, so that the cycle and pattern I was in 2007 is changed, never happens again. I no longer drink any alcohol since February 2015. I no longer self-isolate myself in a room. I have absolutely no desire, want, or need for a chat room, Facebook, or any social media outlet, nor desire to speak perverse or sexually to anyone. I have also been finally allowed to attend church, and attend a lot, but not every service. I didn't have the religious beliefs then that I do now, nor did I have such a great, positive, supportive, and real-life social group. I had no such group before 2018. I have also been seeing Teresa Fletcher since October 19th, 2020, until probation told me, in January of 2022, she don't count as sex offender treatment. Miss Teresa Fletcher and my mother, plus one support friend, Betty Rapier, was under the understanding Mrs. Fletcher was to substitute as individual counseling in place of group counseling. Probation has said they did not have funding to pay for this, so I have paid the $100 a session with Mrs. Fletcher. I have never been good in group and hate conflict with people due to my health limitations. I am not able to defend myself if someone gets mad and decides to attack or assault me physically. So I felt one-on-one counseling would be safer and a lot less stressful. Also, a lot faster, too. Mrs. Fletcher treated it as sex offender treatment, and probation had sent her a 39-page document to fill out to do with me the completing sexy offender treatment. I'm sorry. Sexy offender treatment. After doing a lot of it over the last 3 months, they told her, don't worry about, because she's not contracted with them to do it. Why was I seeing her and paying all this money for if it wasn't for sex offender treatment? And also probation talked to her and sent her paperwork as if it was sex offender treatment. I wouldn't have spent or paid all this money on my limited income. I'm on Social Security, and my check as of January 1st, 2022 is $1,130. Mrs. Fletcher has been paid from this $200 to $500 a month, depending on how many meetings we have in a month. Your Honor, by me not having internet limits my job opportunities to almost null. I need a desk job due to my physical limitations. I suffer from cerebral palsy. And every desk job requires a computer and the internet. I have 3 computer degrees in repair, and I cannot use them to make money because I cannot purchase parts or get software needed to repair a computer. I also have a programming job. I have a written offer of mentorship and employment on completion of the mentorship. I have some knowledge on programs, but it's way old, pre-2005. To do the job or to learn the job requires internet to watch instructional video guides. I wish to work a job and make more money than I am making on Social Security. I only receive $1,130 a month. My job income would be more than $3,000 a month. By me not having internet is keeping me from having a real paying job. Thus, the limitation is causing hardship on me. Also, everything is going online, even McDonald's. Walmart has cheaper prices online than in the store. The ink cartridge to print this is $5 more in the store. Even with the reasoning I gave you, probation refuses to stop the hardship. I even offered to use monitoring software to pay for it out of my own pocket. Probation refuses this also. Thus, why I am asking Your Honor to reduce my probation stipulations or release me from probation so I could be a productive member of society and pay taxes and not be a burden on the taxpayers. Your Honorable Judge Greer, I appreciate you taking the time from your busy schedule to read, consider, and hopefully to grant me relief or release from probation or some of the restrictions they have on me. I have included various supporting documents to hopefully help and prove myself to Your Honor. Respectfully, Dustin McPhetridge, March 31st, 2022. And the supporting documents that he gave included a statement from a doctor listing all his medical conditions and medication he's on. I'm not going to read that. And also a letter from an employer saying that he would hire Dustin, and I'm not going to read that either. But I will read the text that he sent his probation officer. So on March 24th of 2022, I texted this to Probation Officer Welch. Mr. Welch, I would like to ask permission to please let me get my phone internet enabled. Not having the internet is now costing me money and aggravation. Walmart to buy in store costs more than using the app. My Epson ink in store, $30. Order it in the app, and I sit in a parking spot for 30 minutes for an employee employer, to bring it to your car is $25. You save $5 and don't have to deal with the niece and boxes and minners. Please, let me sign up and be able to do Walmart pickup. Mom had placed the order for the ink, then today turned to tomorrow, turned to the day after. That I got mad. I don't like being without ink. So I got up, put on jeans, and went to pick it up myself. But because the order was in a woman's name, my mother's, then I can't pick the ink cartridge up. Then have to go in the store and had to have her cancel the order because Mom was too lazy to go up there and get it in the first place. Another example. Dog treats pick up the price last month $13.75. In store, $15.50. I don't know if it's a few items or all items have different prices. Having to go in the store will cost a lot more money on each trip. I also get $50 health food from insurance. That has to be done online, Mom says. I also have a job opportunity to program apps in writing from my friend, but I need the internet to learn how to do this job. I have no issue putting monitoring software on my phone and pay out of pocket for the monitoring. This way I can do stuff I need and want and show that I want nothing to do with social media or a chat room. Or, in other words, give me the rope and see if I will hang myself, and you would get written proof if I'd done something stupid or wrong. Thanks for your time, and hopefully approval soon. Have a great day, Dustin McPhetridge. Then later on March 24th, Welch came to discuss it in person at 3-something, gone at 4. He says, no, you can't have the internet until you take polygraphs. And monitoring software can't be trusted because I know too much about computers. I can't manipulate something that reports everything in real time. Duh. If I was even able to hack or delete and reinstall it, the source files would show that in the time files, and a TTHR app reporting would be a major red flag to violate me. On my property not being returned, the office ain't fully open, so he can't get it to bring it back to me, and you can't have thing of it that can access the internet in any way because you ain't taking polygraphs. Teresa don't count for sex offender treatment, that I must go to a sex offender treatment, that when I have say-so or CCS or a Dr. Adler. Whoopee! I've spent 2 years giving Teresa $100 a session for nothing. Oh, Teresa was just to get you to a place mentally so you could attend and participate in group because only group therapy works, not one-on-one, Welch says. I'm all out of money and I'm at square one. If I could get access to a gun, I'd end my suffering and kill myself. Well, wow. That's... wow. Alrighty then. And a couple of days ago, Dustin's court-appointed lawyer sent a letter to the court. Motion to redact or seal previously filed pro se document. Dustin McPhetridge, by and through counsel, requests that previously filed pro se document, the document that I just read, and attached exhibits, as the pro se document includes personal identifying information, including the client's home address, phone number, date of birth, and social security number. Blah, blah, blah. So I redacted those things for him. Respectfully submitted, Nikki Pierce. All right, stay tuned, everybody. Have a good one.